two strands, you just twist them out. Then they started looking good. Now, from this time period, I was 1 year and 1 month in, basically 13 months. They was damn near to the same size, but then again, it was summer, so you know how the sun start touching your hair start just growing faster for real. That's what's happened during that time period. That's why throughout the whole summer, my locks were just getting longer and longer. Like, it was growing faster than any other time period for real. Cause man, that sun touch your hair, that vitamin D getting your hair and everything start turning brown, growing fast for real. 1 year, 2 months in, barely nothing new at all. Well, no, that retwist, that made my locks get longer for real. Cause you know how when you get a retwist at first, next thing you know, your locks get so much longer all of a sudden. Next thing you know, around, I want to say a week and a half or 2 weeks later, your locks go back to its normal size down there. That's how them retwists be most of the time. But during this time period, it was actually getting longer. And barely nothing new to it. Now, during September 2022, that's when my locks started to get hard for real. These locks actually getting longer, like motherfuckers was dropping for real. Now that's when it started looking better than decent. I don't even got much to say about this one for real. Cause the longer they get, the better they get. But man, it was getting longer. These is hard. I'm telling you, man, these is hard for real. Then again, they was kind of skinny. As you can see here, hold on. See, look, these are hard, man. These are hard for real. Now, one thing about them, I ain't like how skinny they was getting during this time period. Cause I feel like the longer I had them, the skinnier they would just keep on getting, which I ain't really like at all. October 2022. They was getting somewhere. Like, it wasn't really all that good for real. They was getting better though, but I don't know. They was getting somewhere. That's the thing about locks. When you get locks, like when your locks get longer, they start to look more fuller. For example, like when you first get started locks, for example, they don't look all that full, no matter how many locks you got. But like once they start growing, they start like getting down and all that, they start looking more full. They start feeling more fuller too. That's a straight fact. This face is actually good. Locks be cold before they hit our way down to your. They still be good, but that little short phase, that only lasts so long. You might as well want to enjoy it for real. Cause like once your locks get past your eye all the way down to your shoulders, you gonna miss that little phase you had for real. Or your locks like be above eye level type. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that retwist I had back in November, locks is getting longer, man. That was like one of the best retwists I ever had on my loc journey for real. My first pair, I meant. All this is back on my first set of locks for real. The ones I got right now, they don't make the same ones I had before. It's just, this is my second pair right here. But that's for a whole nother video. This is one of the best retwists I even had. And he was actually cold. That's when it started to come down my eye for real. Which I was a year and 5 months in. Alright, this is back December. This is 1 year, 6 months straight up. This is also one of my favorite phases too, because this is like, it was reaching eye level for real. Like, it wasn't even all the way down here getting my eyes. It wasn't all the way up here or nothing. It was like down here, like that was the perfect length right there. I gotta start embracing Year Loc Journey, man. That was a perfect length right there, that ass, man, for real. I missed my locks that long, for real. Even when they was past my eyes, like, I was missing, they was at that same exact length, man. That's like the perfect length you can even have just having locks, for real. Yeah, man, that was like one of my favorite links, for real. 1 year, 7 months. I ain't gonna lie, I was tweaking in that video. I don't know what I was on. This when it started getting past my eyes, like it started getting down here. All down here and everything. 1 year and 7 months. To my hair, 1 year and 7 months to even get all the way down here, for real. I started my shit being like this long, and then 1 year and 7 months later, it ended up going all the way down here. But I mean, it was at a perfect length during that time period too. I actually missed my locks even that size, for real. A lot of y'all not gonna understand. Having long locks cool too, but like when it's like right here, you still gonna miss it being that size, for real. Cause when it's like right here, that's when it's perfect. 1 year, 8 months, they was actually looking pretty good during this time period, for real. Those are actually looking good. When that outfit was cold too. I actually love that outfit. Locks was getting all long during this time period. Like, they was past my eyes by that time. And this is like February 2023 during this time period. And watch, soon as suns touch that locks, man, your locks start looking, it start shining, shit, your skin start glowing. You look a lot better. Ooh, also, this one I did my first 2 strands. Them 2 strands I did on my own, bows are fire. I had somebody else retwist my hair for me, but then again, I did 2 strands of my own. Those 2 strands actually came out good. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I missed some 2 strands for real. The minute I cut these locks off, I was just thinking, the main video I was going back to was some 2 strands I had back in February 2023. Those are actually fire. 1 year and 9 months during this time, they was actually, I want to say it was actually, at this time, it was common sense that was past my eyes that time period, for real. 1 year and 9 months. 1 year and 9 months long. Now, that's when I first watched it again. That time my hair was long as fuck. My shit was... My bad, my phone ended up going dead. But anyway, back to it. Year and 10 months. Locks was skinny, but they was long for real. They was actually looking good during this time period. That time period I actually love for real. They was long, but I don't like how skinny it was back then, especially that one lock in the front. Like, it was placed right here during that time period, but it was skinny, but it was long, but I ain't like how it was during that time. Somewhere around, I want to say, no, it was in March. I just wanted to cut my locks off how skinny it was getting. I ain't like that. But hey, that retwist is cold though. It's like once you get a retwist, your locks long as hell. It's like your shit just love fire. Anybody who got locks know what I'm talking about for real. 1 year and 11 months during this time. I'm basically 2 years in during this time period for real. It's really not nothing to show during this time. This is just 1 month before I even hit 2 years. That last watch I got before I hit 2 years is actually cold. Yeah, it's really nothing to show from right here. And this is when I hit 2 years for the first time. This really the longest my hair has ever been. Locks was fired and everything, but they wasn't. I want them to be thicker for real. Like during this time, I was just thinking I should go ahead and cut my locks. But I'm thinking at the same time, like, nah, I don't want to do that because I don't want to go through the starter phase again. Anybody who been through that starter phase knows humbling experience. The whole phase is ass, trust me. You don't want to go through that. But to go through that phase twice, which some people did already, is something else. They built different. When my locks was long, I was looking like a god, straight up. Straight up. I actually miss when it was this long for real. I was 2 years in that journey. 2 years in that journey for real. I sometimes wish I would have went ahead and kept it for real. I be wishing that all the time. Especially when I first cut them off and restarted, I'm just sitting back wishing like I should never cut my locks off. So I was going to bed looking at old pictures of my locks and everything. Kept on playing in my hair, just thinking like, damn, I should never cut my locks off, man. My mind was thinking like, damn, that's a big mistake I even made. Even though I've grown some, I'm still regretting it sometimes. I still miss my old locks. Then this is when I hit 2 years and 1 month, I believe. That's like the last decent picture I even had of them locks. Right before I cut them off. It was like down here, down to my nose for real. Before I even cut them, man. I'm saying if I would have kept my locks from July 2020, July 2023 to right now, they've been like, I want to say would have been about, they would have been this long for real. It would have been about this long. I would have went ahead and kept it. It's way past my eyes at that point. These is all the old locks I even had. All my old locks. Motherfuckers was long. They were long for real. I still got them to this day. If I ain't getting rid of it, I'm not selling it. I'm not doing none of that. I'm keeping it. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe. Go ahead, turn your post notifications for more videos. This is my first video, so I'm not too used to talking in front of the camera, but anyway, it's over with.